It's actually given me some really good ideas in just terms of teaching and learning, because in the past with argumentation I've literally done sort of a discussion where you do a for and against and then that's it. And actually it showed me that actually argumentation is a lot more complicated than that, and it needs structuring a lot better, and actually it can be really interesting. So yeah.
Okay, great. How has it impacted on you as a teacher?
As a teacher, I think it's made me plan things more carefully in terms of argumentation, and actually I know how to. As a teacher, you know how to construct an argument. You know that you need to use evidence, and you need to use, you need to have a claim, and you need to back it up with something. But as a student, you don't really know that. You just sort of make your point, and then you don't know how to support it. So I think that in terms of being a teacher, it's made me more aware that students need to have a more structured understanding, and you need to deliver it in that way, in a much more structured way.
Right. Thank you. And in terms of the workshops in general, what have been the strengths of them, and what have you liked most?
I've really enjoyed sharing ideas with different people from different schools, where there's some ideas that I would have never thought of myself, and actually I've come back to school and actually tried some of those myself, with varying levels of success. I think I need to practice some of them. And also I've quite liked how it's allowed us to tie a lot of what we've done and what we've learnt in with the APP criteria, because that's really important in schools at the moment, and it's an area that we're really still working on. So it's given me a lot of ideas, so I've really enjoyed that too.
Right. And in terms of, you said some of the ideas you brought back and tried yourself. Can you give an example?
I tried Steve's, the sawdust one. I did try it, didn't work very well, although I have asked him about it and he has told me how to do it properly. But the sawdust, where he had water in one and he had sawdust in the other, and then he had the same amount of volume of water to both. And it's literally a very open argument, rather than giving them a really, really structured something to write down or giving them all the different steps to an argument. You're just trying to tease an argument out of them rather than telling them what to do. You're saying, well, why do you think that? And they have to come up with reasons themselves, and I think that kind of, it's a lot less planned and it's a bit more scary, but it seemed to work quite well with Steve, and I'm hoping that if I do it again it will be fine.
So it's good to be able to be in touch with him and ask about it.
Yeah, so he's given me some advice, so I'm hoping that if I try it again it will work better. It's more to do with the actual chemicals and the putting things together than the actual questioning. That bit was fine, it was just the actual, it didn't really work very well. But just a few techniques that I need to master.
Right. Okay. And what about things that you haven't enjoyed that you'd like least about the workshops?
I don't think there is very much that I haven't enjoyed, to be honest. I think maybe just as a person, I like a structure, which is why I found Steve's idea something that I should try, because it was so unstructured, and they're quite open, the sessions, and sort of they can lead off in different directions, and that takes me out of my comfort zone a little bit. So maybe not something I didn't enjoy, but something I found challenging. Sort of going off in different directions rather than just being told what to do all the time. So, but that's the only thing really.
Because it leads me on to the next question about the future and how we can improve the workshops.
Okay.
I mean, what would you like to see at these workshops in the future, in terms of, say, the process, or in terms of its content, or any other changes?
In terms of content, goodness me. With when we were talking about assessment for argumentation, I wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail for that, and perhaps taking it further, sort of maybe exchanging ideas of how to actually assess argumentation, and then taking it back to the classroom, trying out some ideas, and then coming back. That would be really good, because we discussed it, but we didn't actually try anything out very much, and that would be really helpful, I think, for next time.
Right. And what about process?
Process?
In terms of how the workshops are organised, or
I quite like the way that they're run, actually. Maybe, well, only for me, again, it's just having like a really set structure of things that we're going to be doing, and maybe sometimes tasks that were set, I wasn't entirely sure what I was being asked to do. So I don't know, I really don't know. I can't really make too many faults with it, apart from the fact that it's just maybe when we're asked to do a discussion, have a bit more instruction. That's the only improvement I could make, really. I've really enjoyed them.
Okay.